Hey guys, how y'all doing? This is Gibran. It's just another day of drawing on this little mini comic. I'm getting pretty close here. So, since last time all the pages were halfway cut off, I thought I'd re-show them. But you got this page, this page, this page. Which I took the lettering out. Took the lettering out of this page. There's the bottom shot of that page. And this is where I'm at now. So, pretty uneventful day. Same stuff as normal kind of going on. It's just I'm trying to stay busy. So how y'all doing out there? I don't have too much going on, but I definitely wanted to get a video out. Because, where am I at? How many pages was that again? I think that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 5. I'm basically going to have 6 interior pages. Probably a little bit of a cover. And then the last page, like I said, I'm in hopes to doing like a little ad for Doom Barbarian on the back. So when I hand these out or whatever, they can kind of go check out the main comic. Not that I'll probably end up doing another one of these. It's just, like I said, Doom Barbarian is definitely is the baby, at least for right now. And I'm kind of getting pretty stoked. I'm kind of ready to get back on it, but I've kind of got myself in the middle of this now, so I want to finish this. I don't want to have a bunch of half-done projects. So, and then I took the laptop apart and pulled, and I was in hopes that the hard drive would have been disconnected, but it was plugged in. It actually plugs into the board. So I pulled the hard drive and see what we can do with it before all is lost. And I'm back in Doom Barbarian number 1 instead of starting Doom Barbarian number 2. But I'm just staying hopeful. Got a good trying to keep a positive attitude, like I said, towards all that, and just still going, man. And then this scene, like the last scene, was the first punch, which is right here. Kind of like how his head's turned back. He's kind of spitting some stuff out. And then I'm going to get him with the other hand and then end him up with an uppercut there. So this is about really what I got today going on. Nothing too much. It's kind of one of those days where I had stuff planned and everything just kind of fell apart. I've been thinking about getting a printer, because as much as I'd like to have do a print run, I'm probably more likely to kind of print some of the comics out myself at first, and just to try it out. Like definitely this one. This one's black and white. I'll just print this one on my little Canon printer over here. It's what is it called? It's a LaserJet black and white only. Takes a toner cartridge. I'd probably print this on that. But I've been looking, because I want to get a nice printer. I want to like to do art prints and decent, books, comic books down the road, in color and stuff like that. So I've been looking, and I keep coming across the what is it called? The Pixelma Pro 100, and I'd like to get one. And I found one on Craigslist, man, for cheap. But you know how it is. Just because it's cheap doesn't always mean you have the money for it. But I've been trying to get something like that together. I want to get one of those, try to find a deal on a used one, and pick it up. And I know it costs a lot of money to replenish the inks in those, but I was thinking about just doing the what is it called, where you buy the bulk inks and you refill it with syringes. I've been looking into that, and that seems feasible. So I just, like I said, I'd love to do a print run, especially of Doom Barbarian, but I don't see how I'd be able to how I'd be able to like pay for that. Yeah, I know, yeah, run a crowd fund, but I just don't think my following's big enough yet to do something crazy like that. But you know, and I'd just like to have a couple copies in my hands. That way, if I see somebody I knew or saw somebody I thought might be interested, you know. And I'm also the type of guy. It's like if I went to like this comic here, I go to shows every once in a while, go see a band play, and I would definitely just take these and set them down near the bar or something, just for the fun of it, you know, just to get them out there and get them in people's hands, you know. Plus, if even if not that, just try to maybe sell them on my store envy page or just give them out. You know, I don't know. It's like I got not only do I need to figure out how to get all this done and do it, I need to figure out what I'm doing with a lot of this stuff because you get this thing where it's great. You know, one of the projects is to get it done, but then once you have something like this, it needs to be what are you doing with it? You know, in my opinion. So that's kind of where I'm at with stuff like this. And sometimes it's like some people are like have a hard time creating stuff. Sometimes I find my hardest thing is trying to market it, trying to get it out there, trying to put it in people's hands, being able to talk about your piece and what you're doing. And sometimes I find that to be the most difficult. So, and so I keep thinking maybe I'd like to get a printer, um, and print up some of my own. If anything, just send them out to some of my friends and be like, hey man, this is what I've got going on. This is what I'm doing. Maybe send a couple out to some of you guys. That'd be cool, man. But I don't know. That's just all ideas, and that's something I'm thinking about. But to do all that, I need to get myself a decent printer. And I know there was a couple other printers out there that were really good, and I know like one of them went off the market and it got replaced with another printer that wasn't as good. And then I've seen a lot of people talk about the Pixelma Pro 100, and then I guess there's a 10 also. And to be honest with you, I'm not even fully certain what the differences are, except I'm guessing the 100 is a little bit better. The number's higher, but that doesn't always make something better. But that's kind of what I've got kind of going on. That's my idea. Is try to maybe print some of this stuff out on my own here soon. I watched Marshall Lee's video, and he like printed up one of his little mini comics. And I guess he did it at I can't remember, like a Staples or a Office Max or something like that. And I thought it came out really nice. It looked really good. So, and I guess he's doing a mini comic a month, which is cool. I like that idea. I was wanting to do Doom Barbarian, want like a comic a month, but then kind of reality kind of struck in, and I think it took me like 3 months to actually get the first Doom Barbarian issue together and on Webtoons. So that's been, just stuff like that. It's like you get these ideas of what you want to do, and it's like they sound so good, and you feel like you can knock it all out, and then you kind of get into some of that stuff, and it's not as it's a lot more time consuming than sometimes you think it's going to be, especially with some of me. Like I got a lot of time in the day to work on stuff like this. I mean, not that I don't have any responsibilities, but we do keep my schedule a little open so I can kind of do stuff. Thank goodness I have a wife that understands and allows me to kind of do this kind of stuff and let me dream a little bit, let me still pretend to be a rock star and still get to doodle pictures, and she's understanding with all that. That's good. But yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. I mean, like I said, basically I'm trying to get a printer so I can print some of this other stuff out. Like what the Canon I have, it does okay. It prints stuff like this out just fine. But I would it's a black and white only, thing. Plus, I don't know, I've heard, I guess, what is it, inkjets. I guess are better for color and stuff like that. I mean, I might be making that up a little bit right now. I thought I'd heard that. And like I said, I don't know much about the whole printing thing. I've never had much of a printer except for like a black and white copier usually. But like I said, I'm looking at them. I'm not sure, you know. And the one I found, man, I don't know if I mentioned the price when it was on Craigslist. Man, it was like $50. I mean, you got to worry about getting it and it being broke. But man, at $50, it's like, to me, it's almost worth the gamble. A little bit of a drive to go get it, but you know, waste some gas to save money in the long run. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about that in the comments, guys. And I'm just gonna sit here and kind of work on this page a little bit more. I appreciate y'all coming and checking out the videos and leaving comments. I appreciate all that, man. Y'all have a good one, guys. Later.